right, back on Sportsbit, Paulie and Teddy. Time for Big Game Breakdown. As always, live odds, sportsbookreview.com. Game 1 of the World Series tonight. Kluber, Lester against Kluber. Cubbies $1.10, 6.5 the total. Series price, Cubs up to minus 220 in some spots. Take back plus $1.80 on the Indians. It's 1908 against 1948. A great tweet from ESPN. Things that did not exist the last time the Cubs won the pennant in 1945. The NBA, Alaska and Hawaii as U.S. states. The microwave, the L.A. Dodgers, credit cards, Trump, Stallone, Spielberg, Joe Madden, and Mr. Potato Head. And Dexter Fowler replied to this tweet. It's been so long since the Cubs have been in the World Series. When he steps to the plate tonight, he'll be the first African-American for the Cubs to play in the World Series.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's not like the Indians have been in the World Series all these times. You know, I mean, they had the one loss to the Marlins in a classic series of Game 7 that they probably should have won.
And the Braves in 95.
Yeah, but other than that, It's been a little bit... these are two franchises that know the meaning of wait till next year. Let's just put it that way. But let's talk about the series first. Mm-hmm. Because there is a huge gap in the starting pitching in this series after the opener. You know, you have Corey Kluber for Game 1 for Cleveland. After that, you know, I know Francona's got his rotation set, and I know this team's been real good. What are they, 7-1 in the postseason, 7-1 to the under?
Correct.
But I've really got my concerns about Cleveland starting pitching after tonight. Now, I love Kluber tonight. Mm-hmm. You know, he's been huge so far in the postseason. What has he got? 18 in the third innings of work, 2 runs allowed, 13 hits, 20 strikeouts. You know, he lost on short rest at Toronto, though he pitched just fine. And on this mound, he's thrown 13.1 innings of scoreless baseball so far here in the postseason. So Kluber tonight is fine. After Kluber, though, a lot of concerns for Francona.
Well, they got some good news, though. According to reports, the pitching coach told Salazar he's going to be on the roster. Now, I imagine they use him out of the bullpen, but that's huge that they get him back. And how about for the Cubbies, that Schwarber's supposed to DH tonight?
Well, that's a big news. Obviously, Schwarber hurt. Was that opening day that he got hurt?
I think it was the first week.
Yeah, it was certainly real early in the season.
At Arizona.
A big bat. And, you know, this, and you talk about Schwarber being back and being the DH. For potentially 4 games in Cleveland. Cleveland hasn't hit in the postseason. They haven't hit at all. Remember, in that Blue Jays series, Francisco Lindor, 7 of 19. All other Indians combined to hit 138. Okay, so I'm not saying that the Indians lineup is hopeless, but Chicago's lineup's a lot better than Cleveland's lineup. It really is. And when you add a big bat like Schwarber into the mix, It just makes it that much more dangerous. But, you know, we talk about Lindor. I mean, is this his coming out party as one of his MLB best?
Sure.
I don't know if there was a player that was more underrated this season. He finished number 8 in baseball in WAR, wins above replacement.
And I will agree with you there. And for the Cubs, it's been Baez. Baez becoming a superstar. And it's, you know, doing it with the bat, but also the glove. I mean, this kid is unbelievable at second base.
Well, yeah, but, you know, outside of the shortstop position, you know, and look, Kipnis at second base is pretty good for Cleveland. So while Baez has been an impact player for Chicago, that's not a position where I say that the Cubs have an edge. But other than that, I mean, look at the comparison by WAR right here on this chart. All right, other than shortstop and second base, you go position by position, you don't see a lot of advantages for the Cleveland Indians against the Cubs in this series. And the Cubs are going to be big favorites, you know, in the Arrieta Bauer matchup. They're going to be big favorites in the Hendricks Tomlin matchups. That's why we're seeing a series price that is so different from the price we're seeing here for this Game 1 matchup.
How about Hayward? $180 million, 1 hit in the NLCS, and benched in Game 6 when they clinched it. But the big story was Cleveland's bullpen. Brilliant. The bullpen was dynamite, and Francona did an excellent job. Andrew Miller, 11 2/3, no runs, 3 hits, 14 strikeouts. Cody Allen, 7 2/3, no runs, 5 hits, 10 strikeouts, only 3 walks. They combined 24 Ks versus 11 base runners. How concerned are you about this Cleveland layoff, though?
I mean, moderately concerned, especially because the Cubs got their lineup going against the Dodgers. But I don't think it's a huge edge for Chicago to have played a little bit more recently than Cleveland. Although, geez, when it comes to management, I mean, we've been talking about how Francona's making all the right moves. Joe Maddon's made all the right moves, too. I mean, he's kept his young team really cool, really loose. He might have been the perfect guy for the job, which is probably why he got fired, or he got hired, I should say. And, when Chicago was up against it, down 2-1 in LA, facing real adversity, I thought Maddon's coolness was a difference maker. Cleveland hasn't faced adversity yet in the postseason. And, of course, they're going to face some adversity tonight when it comes to Jon Lester.
He is on. He's been the man in the postseason, no stranger to pressure. Career 2.50 ERA in 119 postseason innings. This will be start number 18 in the 2016 postseason. 21 innings pitched, 2 runs, 14 hits, 2 walks, and 14 strikeouts. Come on! But I will say this. I think the Indians are going to test him and run on him tonight if they get guys on.
And that's a real advantage that Cleveland has or could have that may not be factored into this price.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to SBRpicks.com.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.